Tonight, an active shooter drill gone sideways.
Welcome back to We the People University, and we always cover police interactions on this channel. Well, today we're going to cover another police interaction, but it may not be the type of interaction that we typically see. I'm at a loss for words. Now, typically it's the cops who are the ones making things worse and screwing things up. But in today's video, I guess it's all state workers or government workers. Anybody has the potential to screw things up big time. And we're talking about $13 million lawsuit big time. Let me read this article to you before I show you the video to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how could someone be so careless or just stupid to do something like this. Check this out. An employee who was instructed to walk through the Hawthorne Center during an unannounced active shooter drill is suing for the impact he said that the traumatic experience has had on his life. The Hawthorne Center is a state-run psychiatric hospital for children in Northfield Township, Michigan. On December 21st, 2022, the center held an active shooter drill. Patients and most of the staff were not told that the drill would be conducted. Many people inside the center said they were terrified when an announcement came on the loudspeaker that active shooters were on the premises. Even police had not been notified that a drill was taking place. According to the documents, 911 calls came in reporting active shooters and 22 police officers rushed to the center. People inside the center were terrified, and employees working at the center said it was chaos inside the building. So the point is, these guys, the center with children, the psychiatric center with children, decided to do a active shooter drill, but failed to tell the employees, failed to tell the patients, failed to tell the police departments that this is only a drill. So therefore, in today's climate, when these things actually happen, everyone inside, they're terrified, they're frightened. I mean, I can only imagine what would be going on. These people were probably making phone calls, texting their loved ones, saying that there's an active shooter inside of the building and shots have been fired. I mean, you would think that this could be the last time I'm going to see my child, my husband, my wife, whoever that you know that works inside of that center. But enough talk. Let's look at the news clip and we'll talk again here in a second.
Put your hands on top of your head, facing me. Do it now.
Tonight, an active shooter drill gone sideways.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Keep the line open.
Okay.
Police, patients, and some employees thought there was an active shooter at a Michigan children's psychiatric hospital last December, but it was just a drill. And now a state investigation is underway to figure out what went wrong.
Where are you in the building?
I don't know, please.
In the 911 call audio obtained by NBC affiliate WDIV, you can hear the panic in the voices of callers inside the Hawthorne Center in Northville, Michigan.
Ma'am, you still there? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Just want to make sure you're still there.
Police in the building.
Police saying they also had not been warned about this training exercise.
Rather quickly upon our arrival, people were stating that they were employees and it was a drill.
To identify that this is a drill, because you literally have every jurisdiction. If you look around, there's probably 50 cop cars out here.
100%. When I heard the sirens, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, we're coming hot, man.
They did the unfortunate mistake of doing it unannounced, and we don't want that to ever be the case.
A law enforcement analyst we spoke with agrees.
Listen, if you're going to have an active shooter scenario and you don't let the employees at the facility, and this is a psychiatric facility with employees and patients who were not prepared for this drill, you don't let law enforcement know, it's a problem.
We were unable to get a comment from the Hawthorne Center. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, which operates the facility, provided a statement to WDIV saying in part, quote, MDHHS is investigating the events involved in the recent drill conducted at Hawthorne Center to ensure these policies are followed for any future drills. A vital step to prevent future incidents, but impossible to turn back time for the people inside inside the center who were clearly traumatized by the botched exercise.
I'm back. Okay, so I just got confirmation from the officers on scene that it is a drill. You can leave your offices, okay?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Okay, you did fine, okay? I'm sorry that this happened.
Stephen Romo joins us now in studio. I mean, that last line, this really is messed up. I mean, talk to us about some of the concerns we heard from the experts in your piece, even law enforcement talking to each other, saying we're coming in hot. I mean, what could have happened here when they're saying, hey, you need to tell law enforcement if you're doing something like this?
Yeah, Ellison, you can hear the concern in the police officer's voice. Thankfully, none of that happened in this situation, but the expert we talked to saying that just imagine if they did show up and thought that there was an active shooter instead of the role player and they encounter them. Of course, the possibility is that they could open fire on those people. Another concern that they have is that when something like this takes so many police resources, that it really slows things down for other emergencies in that area, slows response time down and just ties everyone up. Again, thankfully, that didn't happen in this situation, but just a picture of why they say it's so important to let these police departments and employees know what is happening.
So you can only imagine how the people inside are feeling. Let me read a little bit more of this article that gives some more detail that I didn't quite hear in the news clip. According to the latest lawsuit, there were two announcements. The first stated that there were active intruders in the building and the speaker sounded afraid and panicked. The second announcement came through the overhead system and the employee said, two active intruders, one Caucasian male, one African-American male, armed with AR-15s, shots fired. On the morning of the drill, Woodruff was instructed by his supervisor, Derek Lepek, to join a white male colleague and walk through the facility while pretending to be intruders, according to the lawsuit. Lepek was the physical plant supervisor and safety coordinator. Lepek's instructions was approved by hospital director Victoria Petty. According to the lawsuit, Woodruff and his wife were expecting their first baby in early 2023, and he felt he was not in the position to say no to instructions from his supervisor. He was afraid of losing his job for refusing an order. However, Lepek asked him to carry an object with him while he walked, and he did not do that because he thought it sounded unusual. Woodruff and his colleague were told to see if employees and children were properly barricaded during the drill. Look, I can understand wanting to practice for these situations because we know they happen, but what I can't understand is the stupidity in which they went about doing this. Okay, it's a drill. Let the people know that you're conducting a drill, because if they don't get killed from the active shooter, maybe they die from a heart attack because they thought it was an active shooter. Let them know it's a drill. And we all know how cops respond. They overreact to the smallest things, like if you don't give them ID. Just imagine how they could have overreacted in this particular situation. The guys who you're asking to pretend like they're intruders, now they're shot, they're dead because you failed to do this properly. This was just a really piss poor effort at conducting a drill. And it's outside of what we typically share on this channel, but I definitely wanted to share this because I couldn't believe it. I guess it's not always police. I guess sometimes stupidity can live anywhere, and we just witnessed that. Well, still, always know your rights and always still record the police because you never know when you're going to need that. But thanks for joining in. See you guys next time. With that being said, We the People University, signing off. Be sure to visit WeThePeopleUniversity.com, where you can find our latest YouTube videos, more about myself, why I left the police department, merch, and more. If you have a police encounter that you would like highlighted, visit our website and click the Submit Videos tab. Fill out the video form submission so that we can hold these tyrants accountable. And if you guys still haven't purchased my book, Living in the World of Tyranny, you can do so at WeThePeopleUniversity.com by clicking digital copy to read it right on your phone, or you can buy the hard copy or the paperback directly from Amazon. Also, be sure to pick up your free ebook to give you tips and tricks on how to deal with cops when you encounter them. And for those of you who are still trying to learn your basic rights, register for our course to learn how to deal with police so that your rights are not violated when you encounter cops. All this and more at WeThePeopleUniversity.com.